think it looks pretty sick.
You only allowed to drive my car to the car wash, okay?
Okay, and only when I'm doing some good upgrades on it.
And no more than 3000 RPM, okay?
That's enough. Good evening everyone. Today is going to be a little bit of DIY vlog. I'm going to be doing underglow on Mrs. Car. She has approved it now finally, so yeah, we're going to get going. First I'm going to tell you what I got and what I need for that. So we've got a box for the LED underglow. I've already managed to cut the cables at the front. You've got a scanning code here which you can control, scan it, download the app, and then you can control it from your phone. You don't need any additional controllers or run a cables inside your car, which I really don't want to do. And you don't need switches on it, any extra stuff, but it comes with the lighter switch. Basically the lighter, I don't want to run this into the lighter, we don't want to use that, so I've managed to cut it. And then you have both cables, plus and minus. Make sure they look better when I need to connect them to the batteries. But yeah, let's start get going. So here we're going to start by removing the plastic box over the battery, and we're going to connect first the minus. We're going to release the bolt, we'll put the cable on, and then we'll continue and do the same thing onto the plus. Make sure all the bolts are tight and the cables are not moving anywhere. So once you connect the plus and the minus of the cable, just make sure everything works and plug it into the device of the LED. Of course now it's not supposed to work, but then once you get into the app, you should press on and check the lights. The lights are working. You can change the colors of what you want: green, white, yellow, pink, whatever you want. So that's good, everything's good, you've checked it. Then you continue of getting through the engine bay, down the tray, and then spreading the lights. Make sure you find out which one for where it is, because you have short and long strips. So the short strips are going to go for the front and the back of the car, and the long ones should go for your side skirts. But before you do that, I already done it. You need to clean the bottom of the car where you're going to stick the 3M tape. So make sure everything is clean. If there is no good flat surface for your 3M tape, then you can use either cable ties or any other things that you can connect it to the bottom of your car. But yeah, let's get on with that. So we have found that, I don't know if you can see, a little hole right over there. That's how we're gonna fit our cables. But on no matter what car you are, you just need to find some place where you can fit them away from the engine bay. You don't want to get them warm or anything or melt the cable. So I think here is pretty safe. So we're gonna go through that now. We'll fit all the cables, and then when we end up to the back strip, we're just gonna extend the cable underneath the car, and then we'll run it and stick it underneath the car. So let's get going. So here we continue by feeding all the cables. Just make sure when you do that, you be careful. If you have any help, just get some help, somebody to pull easily and smoothly the cables from the bottom of the car, or just do it yourself, but just be careful because the cables are very fragile. So unfortunately, on the LED strip that we bought, all the cables are the same size. So we have enough for the front and the side skirts, but we don't have enough cable for the back of the car. So what we need to do is, you can get an internet cable. As you can see, it has many cables inside, because these ones, they have 4 cables. And make sure when you connected them, get a note and then write down which color you connect to which color, so then the other end you connect the same colors, and the rest of the cables you're not going to use of the internet, just isolate them, then it's perfect. So here we're starting by cutting off the internet cable that we found. Then we'll isolate and separate the cables we don't need, as there are many cables inside the internet cable. We're gonna do exactly the same with the LED strip lights. We're gonna separate all 4 cables. We'll try to make a note, and then here we are isolating basically all the cables we need and all the cables we don't know. We'll peel the cables we're using by a lighter. The same thing we're gonna do on the LED strips. Then we'll connect them all separately, isolate with an isolating tape. Here I just get a little bit uncomfortable. My back started hurting me, so we decided to sit down and do, because this seems like a long process. And I've done it on a time lapse, but it took ages. I'm not an electrician. As you can see, this is my very first time doing all these things, and I am just hoping that at the end it's going to be worth it and it's going to look amazing. But fingers crossed it will work. So we do that on every single cable we need to extend, isolate it very carefully. If you have a proper isolating connectors, then use them. I just have a tape. So what we want to do is, we would like to put the strip all the way here. Oh my god, this light is making me so mad. Unbelievable. So as you can see, all this flat, we're going to use it here for the strip. So we're going to measure that and see how it goes. So here, as you can see, I already used some soap to clean a little bit the space carefully, so the LED strip can have a very good contact and make sure it's sticking there and don't fall off after you start rolling with the car. So we're going to clean that to dry it up, and then we're going to install the LED strip. So here we're trying to establish which light is the shortest. We need the shortest one for the front of the car, and we need the longest ones for the sides. So here we're going to measure up, because the gap, it seems a little bit small. So we need to cut the LED. There is a little bit of joints on the LEDs, which you can cut safely, and then you put a cap at the bottom. Here is the cap. We just need to cover it up and make sure there's no water coming into the LED.
They're all the same size, baby.
Yeah, 40 millimeters.
40.
40, white.
40.
So we have managed to put the side. We stick it right at the bottom of the skirt here. I think it's a good plastic and it holds very well. But if you think your tape doesn't hold, you can fix it with any fixings you seem available. But yeah, I think it's gonna look pretty cool. So let's get on with the other skirt and the back, and we should be done. So far this is taking longer than anticipated, but we'll make sure we finish it tonight. I mean, at the minute it looks pretty sick. We are done with the side, both sides. We're done with the front. We just need to extend one more cable for the back, and then we'll make a review of how the car looks like. So wish me luck, we get it done properly. So here we're dealing with the back. There is a metal tray that was above the back box, which was already deleted, thank God. Otherwise, I don't know where we could have fit the LED. Here we fit in it, is a perfect place for the LED. We still needed to cut a little bit of piece from the LED to fit the whole tray. We are done. All 4 sides underglow is completed. So what we've done here is, here's the battery of the 370Z. We make a little notch of the plastic in here so the cable can come out. Then we have the box for the underglow. We've tied it up to these hoses here, and then they go down. So here is perfect place. The bonnet can be closed. But yeah, let's close the bonnet and see if everything works perfect. Fingers crossed. First of all, where I showed you in the beginning the lights at the front, that perfect gap that was created from the bottom tray, well, apparently it makes the lights a bit too far, so it doesn't come very in the front. I moved them, but I'll show you now. But check this out, I think it looks pretty sick. Here you go, guys. If you want to install your own underglow, this is the steps. It's pretty simple. I'll put a link on the description for the underglow I bought exactly for the 370Z. I'll buy another one so I can put on the Juke as well. I'll put a link on the description of our Instagram, my wife and mine. Please go check it out, and if you haven't subscribed already to the channel, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode.
How do I sound? Do I sound